So at the end of the day, it really does. Oh, no. Back up. Oh, rip. This objective. We go, pull out our shotgun, activate the ability with Speed Cola. How quickly is it going to be able to get us there? Ooh, honestly, that, I could see. You know, that kind of changes my mind a little bit. All right, and welcome back, guys. We're doing another Tier 5 review. If you're new to this series, essentially we're going over every single thing that can be Tier 5. We're kind of reviewing it, seeing if it's worth buying, and going over tips and tricks and kind of the best way to use the ability. Today I feel like doing a field upgrade, and I think it's about time that Aether Shroud kind of shows us what it's got. So as we all know, Aether Shroud, the base tier, puts you in the Dark Aether 5 seconds where you're hidden from all enemy detection. And this does mean all enemy detection. No enemies on the map, nothing that's hostile can see you when you're in this. Then when we get to Tier 1, activation instantly reloads your ammo for your weapons. Very helpful stuff there. So Tier 2 increases the duration to 8 seconds, so an extra 2 additional seconds. And then Tier 3, activation instantly warps you forward a small distance. Honestly, I don't really like this one. I'd rather just keep me in place. The kind of pushing you forward a little bit is honestly a little bit annoying, and I'm not a big fan of this part of it. And when the game first came out, if you use this quite often, you get stuck in spots because it kind of glitch you into a spot that you shouldn't be in. It wouldn't let you move. So now Tier 4, increase movement speed while shrouded. That is very cool and can be very helpful in Outbreak, I think. And then Tier 5, increase maximum charges to 2, which is amazing. So now you can build up a total of 2 of these. That to me is probably the single best buff that any sort of one of these abilities can get, is getting an additional charge. Or let's go ahead, buy it Tier 4, and buy it Tier 5. We now have Aether Shroud Tier 5. All right, now we're loaded into Outbreak. I think Outbreak's going to be the best place to test this because I think the single best part about this ability is going to be that additional movement speed when you activate the ability. Well, I'm currently getting set up, getting the ability and all that. If you guys want to sub, I greatly appreciate it. We're trying to hit our goal of 50K by the end of next month. On top of that, I just want to say huge thanks to everyone who leaves likes and comments on all these videos. Leaving likes, comments, and watching the entire video helps out so much with the YouTube algorithm and stuff like that. Now, the thing that I'm most interested about this ability is really seeing if it's better than Frost Blast. Because in my opinion, Frost Blast kind of replaced Aether Shroud in terms of like getting your butt out of a corner. I think the only kind of good factor about Aether Shroud now is going to be the speed boost ability. Because before this newest update, I would be using Aether Shroud to kind of get myself out of a corner and save myself. But in my opinion, Frost Blast is way better at that, because if you get cornered with Frost Blast, you're going to save yourself in every corner. All you got to do is activate Frost Blast. It's going to freeze all of the zombies, kill most of them, and then whatever's left are going to be insta-kill and not able to move. And you get 3 charges of that, whereas you only get 2 of this. And instead of just running away from all the zombies, you get to kill all of the zombies, so you completely kind of neutralize the threat that was there, instead of where this, all you really got to do is run away and not kill them. So in terms of saving your butt out of a corner, Frost Blast is definitely better at that, which leaves the only thing Aether Shroud really has going for it is this speed boost. I've actually never used this before, but let's see how insane this speed boost is. Let's see how quickly we can get to this objective. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty quick, but dude, I don't know. I don't know if that's enough to warrant using this, because like I said, that's pretty good. That's actually a decent amount of speed we got here quickly. And I do think where this is going to shine is definitely Outbreak, because there's a lot of running in Outbreak. And if you pair this with, stamina up, you pair it with a few other things, it's probably going to be extremely helpful for, running across the map. We'll go ahead and we'll get stamina up in a second to kind of test it with that. All right, so we went ahead and we got it again. Let's go ahead and try to get to this zone over here as quick as possible with our second activation of it. So, I mean, we're definitely moving at a quicker speed, but are we moving faster than a vehicle? I really do think it would probably still just be better to get, in a vehicle and Outbreak and drive to the objectives instead of, using this as kind of like a speed boost to get to the objectives. Because, yeah, this seems a little bit slower than what we were running with Aether Shroud, but we're not wasting an ability slot. Because you got to understand, when you're using Aether Shroud, you're giving up your field upgrade. You no longer have any other field upgrade. All you have is Aether Shroud. You can't use Ring of Fire or anything else when you're using it. And I don't know if the speed ability that you get and the being able to save your butt twice is really worth it for what you're giving up. But we still got some more testing to do. I want to test what it does with stamina up and kind of see how well it works, kind of saving our butt from a corner. And I don't know, it feels kind of weird to me because I feel like one of the single best abilities, season 1 before they added all these tier 5s, Aether Shroud was kind of an ability that people either use that or Ring of Fire. There weren't really any other abilities used. It was either Aether Shroud, Ring of Fire, and those were the 2 main ones. But I really do feel like with this newest season that most of what this ability does is outdone by other mods now. That Aether Shroud has kind of fallen from its, second place pick. Whereas I think now this is one of the bottom tier abilities. Because yes, it does give you that speed boost, and we'll try it again with stamina up here in a minute now that we got stamina up. But if you're just getting it for a speed boost, unless you're, speed running Easter eggs or going for like record times, I really don't know if, you know, giving up other stuff to have that speed boost is going to help you out that much. Dang, we're still trying to charge this ability. For some reason, I feel like this ability is one of the slower charging abilities too. So, I mean, at the end of the day, with this perk, it really comes down to personal preference. If you think this running speed is really beneficial to you and you're going to use it a lot in Outbreak, then definitely I would potentially go for it. But I mean, if you're looking for an ability to save your butt from a corner, Frost Blast does everything this does, but better. All right, but here we go. We have built up another charge, and we've got Speed Cola. Let's go ahead, activate both of these at the same time. Let's find the objective. Let's see how quickly. We're currently 100 meters away from this objective. We go, pull out our shotgun, activate the ability with Speed Cola. How quickly is it going to be able to get us there? Ooh, honestly, I could see... You know, that kind of changes my mind a little bit. That is pretty freaking fast. And the fact that at any point in time, I mean, that does kind of change my mind a little bit. That was quicker than I thought it would be, kind of stacking both of these. I know if I revive someone with quick revive, it makes that, you know, running process even quicker, but that's really not something we're going to test out in this video. I think we're going to test that out on the stamina up review. And I can't really, you know, factor that into the review for this weapon because very seldom are you going to be able to, you know, triple up on all three of these, revive someone, have stamina up, and activate your Aether Shroud. Obviously, when you do that, you're going to zoom, and we'll see that in our stamina up review. But this paired with stamina up is definitely the way to run it, and I could see this being massive for speed runs. For any sort of speed run, being able to, you know, just jet from one side of the map to the other really quickly, it could definitely shave off some minutes into your time. Or, I mean, if you're playing Outbreak, if you want to be able to go across to, you know, another part of the map really quickly, it'd be helpful for that. But when it comes down to it, I think I'd kind of rather have Ring of Fire for something like this, because we'd be able to just annihilate all of these zombies right now if we had a Ring of Fire, you know, built up. Or I'd run Frost Blast to get myself out of a corner. I just really don't think the speed ability from Aether Shroud is really worth it for me to use, but I can definitely see a use case where people want to use this to, you know, kind of zoom around the map, which, I mean, it is pretty good at what it does. It is very good at getting you from point A to point B really quickly. But I do think that there are way better abilities if you're just trying to save your butt from a corner. It's not really that great at that compared to the other perk. All right, so here now we're on D Machine. I'm kind of showing you the ability of, you know, being in a corner, being able to, you know, survive with zombies. So if we take all these zombies here, make some bad plays, we're like, oh no, I'm training into a corner for some reason, get cornered here. Able to activate it, teleports us forward, and we're safe. And even the elites in this don't see us. They're swiping at us, but as you can see, they don't see you. And this is really the only ability that keeps you hidden from elites and saves you from elites, because the other abilities don't really do much with the elites. Or well, they do the specials, but they don't really do elites. So with some of the other abilities, Panzers and Megaton could potentially still be an issue because they're not really affected by the slowdown for Frenzy Guard or the freezing from Frost Blast. So that's one of the other benefits of using this. I don't know if that's really a big enough benefit to make it worth it, but as you can see, we used one charge. We still have a second charge, so we're able to, you know, once corner ourselves once again, get hit. Oh no, gotta use it, and boom, there you go. We are completely safe. All the zombies are gonna run away. Even the elites are gonna run away with zero issue there. So that's really just testing out, you know, the ability of being able to save you from a corner, but we've all known that. That's been in the game since season 1, but also kind of showing you guys that you can build up 2 charges at once. But yeah, I think the overall grade I'm gonna give this is gonna be a C tier. It's not useless. It has a use, and I can see scenarios where this is gonna be good for, but compared to, you know, Frost Blast, Ring of Fire, and the new ability that they added in, it's just all of those abilities really kind of do the whole save your butt thing better than what Aether Shroud does. And that used to be the main upside of this perk, was to save your butt out of corners. If you're trying to save your butt in a corner, Aether Shroud was the perk that did that. Keep in mind, boys, this is all subjective. I know some people really like Aether Shroud, and if you do, hey, use what you want to use. If you really like Aether Shroud, don't let me stop you. If it's your favorite ability, keep using it. Do whatever makes you happy. And the running effect on Aether Shroud is really nice if used along with stamina. But with that, boys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.